Covering the northern Bahamas, you're watching the Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
The Grand Bahama Customs Department still in celebratory mode. The government agency is commemorating 105 years of service with activities all month long, including a 3-day exhibition at the C.A. Smith Building Complex. It's a golden opportunity, they say, for the public to learn about the department. Chief Customs Revenue Officer Deborah Boodle explains the highlight of the exhibition.
Well, the exhibition gives a lot of information in regards to what we do, what our positions and ranks are, listing all of the controllers from 1928 to present date, showing them their names. So it's basically getting information. Also, we have rates listed for them that they can have as information. Also, I think one of the main highlights is that we have pictures of officers who were passed, died, officers who have retired, still with us, and present officers. So I think that's the highlight of the exhibition.
Customs Revenue Superintendent Gregory Jones says so far persons have been receptive to the information given, especially students. He says they'd like the public to know that they're not just a receiving entity, but one that gives back as well.
Those persons who came, they seem to be very excited, and most of them left here very enlightened. And because a lot of things were explained to them. And they thought that customs, we were only limited to just basic collection and protection of revenue. But they were amazed and astounded to know that we perform, like I said earlier, agency duties. It's what we want to do. We not only want people to perceive us just as basically as a receiving department, but they're also, we want to show them.
The top students throughout the Commonwealth of the Bahamas participated in the Spelling Bee competition in New Providence. Maurice Moore's student Azaria Lewis was one of the students that represented Grand Bahama at the national event. Jay Philippe has more.
9-year-old 5th grade student of Maurice Moore Primary, Azaria Lewis, took part in the 22nd annual Bahamas National Spelling Bee competition held at Atlantis in the nation's capital March 10th. Azaria represented Eastern Grand Bahama and the Keys and finished 6th overall amongst 24 students that participated in this year's event. Azaria came a bit short this year, but she says she's determined and focused to improve with hopes of returning to next year's competition.
I think I could have done better over there, but overall right now I think I did good. Every day we worked snack, lunch, and after school until 5 o'clock. So that actually helped me a lot. But sometimes I would forget to study, and we would study during class.
Azaria was coached by her father, Jimmy Lewis, and reading specialist and spelling bee coach, Ann Burrows. Burrows says Azaria earned the rights to represent her district through a preliminary process where she emerged as the favorite while competing against other students on the island.
The preparations actually started in September of last year, in which I gave all of the students a pretest that was based on the scripts words for the current year, 2019, and depending on how they did, those students were chosen to be in the school spelling bee, and Azaria won overall with that.
Nevertheless, Azaria had an excellent overall showing at the competition. Her coach says she could not have been more proud of Azaria.
I think she did excellent. It's just that the word that she got, the pronunciation was unfamiliar to her. And of course, being the spelling coach that I am, everybody knows me, I decided to appeal the pronunciation. But then when I checked in my Merriam-Webster dictionary, that was an acceptable pronunciation, but she just didn't remember that, and she didn't ask for the alternate pronunciation.
As far as what's next for young Azaria, she says she will continue to study and work towards perfecting her schoolwork while preparing for other competitions in the near future.
The next step is to win the other spelling bee in grade 6 and then go back to Nassau. Hopefully I win.
I'm Jay Philippe, ZNS Network News.
And now it is time to ask the doctor.
Welcome to Ask the Doctor. Daryl from New Providence asks, I read recently that annual checkups are not helpful if you are healthy. Is this true? Daryl, thanks for an interesting question. There are healthcare theorists and planners who argue that there is not much evidence that an annual exam provides good enough health outcomes to justify the cost. But there are still many good reasons to visit your doctor for an annual checkup. Annual physical exams are a vital part of illness prevention and intervention if necessary. While many persons make sure that their children have routine doctor visits, as adults, too many of us neglect this important key to maintaining good physical health. Doctors can use an annual exam to keep abreast of signs and symptoms that could lead to a serious illness. During an exam, your doctor will ask you about your family history and note your vital signs, including your blood pressure, heart rate, respiration rate, and temperature. They can also note changes in your heart, lungs, eyes, skin, and extremities. As we mature and age, the annual exam can also become a useful screening opportunity for certain cancers, as well as serious conditions like diabetes, high blood pressure, and heart disease. Avoiding an annual checkup can increase your risk of developing more serious medical conditions in the future. I'm Dr. Monique Pratt, and this has been Ask the Doctor.
Here's what repair. Jewelry sales, what repair, jewelry repair. We're located downtown Freeport. We've been here for 12 years now. We open from 9 to 5:30, Monday to Friday. Saturday from 9 to 3. Phone number 352-3057 or 357-5461.